We are the rebels. We are taking on the evil empire.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. Loudoun School Board's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Loudoun School Board's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Loudoun School Board's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Loudoun School Board's got to go.
Who do we want removed?
The school board.
Who do we need to educate?
School board.
Who fired the teacher?
School board.
Who made a blacklist?
School board.
That's what this is about. We want to stop corrupt officials who don't understand the abuse of power that they are exhibiting upon innocent Christians, innocent children, and private individuals who have a right to their representatives listening to them. That's all what this is about.
Stop the lies! Tell the truth! Stop the lies! Tell the truth!
Thank you for being here. I'm very grateful to you, my volunteers, and to the supporters of Public Advocate. Thank you for helping me with this cause. This is our cause. We are outside the school board in Loudoun County, Virginia, which is the site of dozens of legal actions, and the school board has been persecuting Christians for months and months. They fired a teacher for merely coming before the school board last week for simply saying that he believes in God and that he is a Christian and that he would never do anything to harm anyone. They gave him his papers the next day. What did he protest? What was he against? He was against forced trans surgery being child abuse. That was his testimony, that he would not want to be forcing transsexual surgery on children. And so for that, they fired him immediately the next morning. So we are here to honk for this gentleman. His name is Tanner. We are here to stand with Tanner. We are standing with Tanner. That is what we are doing today. We're going to have some chants, and there's a lot of action being taken by a lot of organizations. I want to say thank you. Shout out to Virginia Project and Fight for Schools and many other organizations. Alliance Defending Freedom are here to defend Christians, and that is why we came out today. We came out to stand with Tanner, to stand for God, to stand for our godly values, and to condemn the junta, the pattern of illegal actions which I will describe today. My name is Eugene Delgaudio. I'm president of Public Advocate, a nonprofit group, and I'm a former 16-year member of the elected Board of Supervisors of Loudoun County. Thank you to the volunteers and all my supporters on all social platforms who contribute to the cause of fighting the current persecutions of Christians in Loudoun County and throughout the United States today. I'm here now at the Loudoun County School Board Administration Building to publicly demonstrate our support for Tanner Cross and to oppose the removal of Tanner Cross as a Loudoun County teacher. Bryon Tanner Cross is an honest, caring, dedicated, and sincere professional who offered his testimony, as any American can do, at a public hearing during the consideration of a harmful anti-child and anti-God policy of requiring teachers to refer young children for forced sex change surgery and dangerous medical treatments that permanently scar innocent victims. Tanner Cross expressed his love of everyone, no matter their situation, and spoke of his own faith in God and belief that godly values must be respected. Most importantly, Tanner Cross stated, as a practicing Christian, he would never refer a child to surgery, knowing that there is only two genders, man and woman. We stand with Tanner today. Thank you all for standing with Tanner today and always. We believe in God. We believe in His values. We believe that there are two genders, man and woman. We award Tanner the Family Advocate Award for stating his beliefs before God and the world. We are all Tanner. We all must take our stand. Tanner represents all who take that stand and are met by the outcry of the liberal elements that are drunk with power and have established a pattern of corruption never experienced in Loudoun County. I have a special perspective as a former elected official for 16 years who was the subject of a recall petition, coincidentally, and fabricated charges detailed in the Washington Post and the major media many times. I am fully aware of the charged anti-Delgaudio hysteria that kind of grips liberals like a hysteria like we've seen. It makes them dizzy and frenzied. They get kind of foaming at the mouth. It was an early version of Trump derangement syndrome. Today, it is my observation and belief that there is a tsunami, a long, high political sea wave caused by a liberal disturbance of the normal operations of the Loudoun County government at all levels. This has impacted many major cities and even our Congress. This collapse of moral order must be restored peacefully and with legal, deliberate action. There are many lawful actions that are being taken by patriotic and legitimate grassroots groups here in Loudoun County. I join a long list of groups, some of which I mentioned, that are already active here at the school board and at the local board of supervisors, which I've been frequently at, which seem to be run, this board of supervisors and this local government and the school board seem to be run by corrupt but powerful elected officials who exhibit the appearance of operating outside the law. It is outside the law and public interest to remove a teacher who professes his faith and silence his right to speak the truth. It is outside the law and public interest to attack state legislators like conservative David LaRocque for simply supporting Donald Trump. It is outside the law and public interest to conduct public policy in a secret, closed social media page, closed to the public comments of constituents. It is outside the law and public interest to prohibit real racial equality with the Marxist critical race theory that school officials openly lie about, forcing upon staff and children while targeting private citizens who bring attention to the harmful policy at a public hearing in a peaceful manner. Public Advocate is supporting the cause of open government through a massive Freedom of Information request. A shout out to my lawyers and legal team for that work. It is outside the law and public interest for elected officials to be passively that is, accomplices of any organized verbal or social media attack or threat against any citizen who simply testifies in public on proposed policies and wrongful actions against other citizens. There was a member of Congress representing this congressional district. He came to Sterling and he said to those who were afraid of gangs, "No one shall live in fear." To quote Congressman Frank Wolf, "No one shall live in fear of these powerful, corrupt influences. No one in this county should live in fear of their elected officials who will prey upon them, using their position to threaten and put an end and silence public policy and free speech. No one should live in fear of their elected officials, as is the current regime attempting to force upon all citizens." You can't passively watch this. You can't let it look on and say passively to allow it. Organized verbal or social media attacks or threats against any citizen who simply testifies in public on proposed policies is a wrongful action against any citizen. It is a clear federal First Amendment right for a church like Cornerstone Chapel with thousands of parishioners to allow the collection of signatures for a public court trial of allegations of wrongdoing through the collection of signatures on a removal petition. Public Advocate, in closing, has 4,000 views on our video referring petition signers of the removal of the school board officials. And we are referring volunteers to collect signatures on those petitions. All of these petition signers will get their day in court and a hearing of harm to them and the public by a judge. Public Advocate will take many other actions in support of the grassroots groups, and these are just a few that I've detailed here, the allegations and the actions. Public Advocate has filed a Freedom of Information action to request information, and I ask that the school board cooperate with these requests. Loudoun County, please answer our FOIA requests. These actions taken by the school board are numerous actions. We want to request this respectfully. Our FOIA requests are directed to Loudoun County School Board members Denise Corbo and Tuza Risa, Harris Mendavi, Ian Sarakin, Leslie King, Jeff Morse, Beth Bartz, Brenda Sheridan. Well, we've asked many of the school board members, many of the supervisors for action, for response, and we will be expecting responses in the next 7 days under the law. It's not that complicated. It's been presented yesterday electronically, and we're expecting a response. We are going to be here for a while. We're not leaving, and we will be engaging people on their lunch hour as they come and do their business here.